everyone, and welcome to the map Equilibrium. Today we'll be taking a look at a best-of-3 series of professional StarCraft 2. Joining me here in the upper left corner is the red drones belonging to the chatty Dark. Let me finish the intro. Focus. And the blue Terran here in the upper right corner, perhaps bringing some sort of chatty shenanigan. It is GuMiho. Now, I, of course, cannot translate this, cannot truly understand, but I'm willing to take a very strong guess. The match, of course, Dark versus GuMiho. The map is Equilibrium. The balance patch, of course, live. So I'm thinking Dark says, "Hello, are you going to make cyclones?" And GuMiho says, "Of course. Obviously, I will crush you with cyclones." Undoubtedly. 100% correct. No doubt. You guys don't even need to put it in a translator. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm just here to help out. It is a Marine opener from the blue Terran. Ominous. No Reaper. So many Reapers these days. 1 racks, 2 racks, 3 racks. So many Reapers. But perhaps GuMiho interested in trying something else. A quick factory comes up. Dark's Overlord just outside the base, the hatchery going to finish up. The drone slightly early, just a little bit of an overachiever. Has to be manually set to the hatchery. Yes, the natural hatchery, of course, the hatchery. Barracks making a reactor after the Marine. Everything's looking okay. Fine so far, am I right? Third hatch is laid down. What is in store today? Neither one of these players ever really kind of do the same thing. Like, they're a little unpredictable, I think is what I'm trying to say. And I think that's a fair statement. So the reactor was not for the factory. At least not yet. A single Hellion is made. Marines made. More Hellions. Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm sold. GuMiho, take me on this wild, no add-on factory Hellion ride. Okay? I'm here. I signed up. I got my ticket. Let's see where it goes. The one Hellion, all the way across on the other side of the map. Just doing a little bit of scouting, it seems. Marines being banked up at home. Medevac. We're looking at a Marine drop. Hellion attack wombo combo. Quite possibly. How will Dark deal with it? Well, of course, as all Zerg players should. The answer is more queens. Yes, more queens. Usually the go-to pick. Usually the go-to answer. Hellion, checking out that local fauna. Looked like a Karak. Not to be confused with a Karax. The Karak here does not feed on Solarite, as the Karax we all know and love does. Medevac, of course, filled almost to the brim with Marines heading out. Now, where is the target, though? Is the third base the target? This Overlord, very unfortunately placed, is the first kill. The Hellions, looks like they're semi-rendezvousing. The Medevac actually going towards the main base, it seems. We have just an Overlord. The Hellions, likely going to be caught by these Lings. The Medevac not able to support right at this moment. The Marines unload, though, everything all together. Should be pretty good. Another unfortunate Overlord caught. Actually, supply blocking Dark, losing both of those at the same time. Oh, the elevator. Beautifully placed. The Hellions able to come up and help out the Marines. Creep tumor in the main base is picked off. The Queen's already here to defend, though. And it doesn't look like GuMiho really wants to test the waters. Doesn't want to risk losing everything. The medevac is already under half, which means the clock's ticking. If that medevac goes down, nothing gets home. At least from the main base. GuMiho not wanting to risk it behind this. Things are looking awfully normal. Ugh. Gross. Just Marines and siege tanks. Extra barracks is not even a mech game? Come on, who recommended this to me? Well, the injured medevac says I'm fine. Shrugs it off. Just give me a little duct tape and some whiskey. I'll patch myself up. Get me back out to the front. Siege tanks, eloquently placed in the other medevac. Dark, I think this gold base is going to be a little ambitious. It looks like the siege tanks. Do you see this? Yeah, okay. Siege tanks could set up. The Hellions are going to get the first hit, actually. Dark, I think it's just going to have to cancel this. There's nothing in position to help out. And with 2 siege tanks on the high ground, good as gone. What does GuMiho do now, though? Where do we go from here? GuMi go for the natural, perhaps? Where's the response from Dark? What have we got? I see roaches. I see ravagers. Will it be enough? He's got 7 roaches right now. More popping out, though. It's about to be 20, which should be plenty capable of cleaning this up. GuMiho not really pushing in, though. I'm almost surprised at GuMiho's commitment to caution in game number 1 here. Neither one of these players wanting to risk losing everything. Perhaps the initial chat was like a no rush 7 minutes agreement, a gentleman's agreement here. I have no idea. We'll see, though. GuMiho's extra barracks kicking into production now. I see Widow Mines on the way. 1-1's about to finish up. Dark's a little bit behind, but he's getting more roaches at the same time. Cleaning out those rocks. Putting that acidic saliva to good use. Yes. Overlord. Dark not doing too well with these Ovies so far. 4 Ovies lost. GuMiho with remarkably little losses so far, but perhaps Dark wishes to change this. Roach Ravager moves across the map, and a NYDUS Worm is ready behind this. 1-1 is complete. Widow Mines in position already. Siege tank set up behind it. There's no Overseer? There's the Overseer. The NYDUS. That's the NYDUS spotting Overseer right there. Dark hoping to create some distractions at the front. Might be able to slip that NYDUS into the main base. Widow Mines. Beautifully targeted down by those corrosive biles. The NYDUS starts up in the main base. GuMiho cannot see it. It's out of vision. Marines contending with the Roach Ravager. Both sides doing pretty well. Dark gonna be surrounded. And the NYDUS completes its queens and roaches that come streaming out. Secondary NYDUS on the low ground here. GuMiho now has to try and put out multiple fires. The main base evacuated. 7 SCVs killed so far. But now they come back for blood and vengeance. Creep tumors are going up here in the main base, and more Zerg reinforcements. Stim Bio trying to clean this up. It's a lot of Zerg, though. Looks like GuMiho did clean up that low ground and is going to doom drop his own main base to start to clean this up. More NYDUS Worms on the way, but the Zerg forces are dwindling. Reinforcements might help to change that, though. 23 SCVs have fallen so far. Dark on the back foot, trying to get the queens out of there. The worm will get everything out. You know, everything that didn't die, of course. You see the Overseer? Yeah. Overseer was spotted. GuMiho boosting out of the main base. Many medevacs. Gotta get to that third quickly. 2-2 completes. Losses. Losses numerically in favor of GuMiho, but 23 SCVs fell down. And I don't think they're quite ready to get back up. 45 workers. He's making more. But Dark sitting at a comfy 75 is going to make this difficult for the Terran. Because Dark is able to commit however much Dark wants to the army supply. There's no more overlords out on the map for another NYDUS, but the potential still exists. That has to be nagging at GuMiho's mind. Marines stimming forward, dealing with some of the roaches. 2-2 not yet done for Dark. GuMiho does have that slight advantage. Not an advantage in the army supply, though. The siege tanks exposed from the top side. They will be cleaned up, and the rest of the Terran forces have to evacuate. These Marines now stimming to run home. Some of the medevacs broke off, the ones that actually had units in. There's a Widow Mine drop. 5 drones. Medevac was picked off. The Marine's gonna drop over by that third base. Quickly pick back up. Oh, was that a drone? Dude. Drone hadn't even started building a hatchery yet. Come on, GuMiho, that's just mean. Tunneling claws. I didn't see it in the production tab, but I'm not at all surprised. That's a very Dark thing to do. Sneak attack. Ninja roaches. Going to unburrow a little before their mineral line. Perhaps because of missile turrets, though. Dark actually wanting to get a little bit of damage done. Forcing GuMiho's army back home. Some of these roaches going to start to pick off a depot. It will go down. Scan. Those ones are not going to get much done. There's one up here. A drop in the main base, though. GuMiho trying to get some damage done of his own. Some of these drones going to be picked off. Queen lost as well. GuMiho picking it up. Moving some forces across the map. GuMiho's not out of this just yet. Army supplies in favor of Dark, but remember that's Roach Rav. Infestors finally on the way now. Some of these roaches. Don't be suspicious, dear roaches. They're trying. GuMiho now set up. Oh, now that's just a rude Widow Mine. Okay. Multiple attack groups. Bio trying to kite back and forth. The Widow Mine gonna help out deal with those Zerglings. Infestors completely shutting this attack down, though. The medevacs can't even pick up and get out of there. Now it's Dark's turn. One roach sneak attack in the natural GuMiho with the safety scan. I want to be absolutely sure. If you hit that, yeah, I was gonna say if you hit that, it goes out of the scan zone, but GuMiho's on it. Scans for days. Widow Mine sprinkled throughout the map. Does Dark see it? Maybe not. There's no overseers right here. And it's tough to see the little indicator. He didn't see it. He's lucky GuMiho didn't target an infestor with that. Small group of Marines, the bottom side of the map here, should be able to cancel this hatch. Another good move for GuMiho. The worker count's actually a bit closer than I expected it to be. Dark taking some hits for this one. Not so much from GuMiho's kills, though. GuMiho only killing 15. Dark's making too many buildings. Possibly. Some Liberators going to join the club for the Terran army here. 3-3 is complete. 3-3 just now starting for the Zerg. That Hive Tech on the way Lurker is going to be the choice. A lot of Ravagers. There's There's 23 roaches. They're sprinkled everywhere, though, trying to get some sneak attacks done, it looks like. A group even over here. Dark, you've been trying to get this done for like 5 to 10 minutes now. I think GuMiho knows you have tunneling claws. Yeah. There's turrets set up. Oh, potential skirmish in the middle of the map. Ravagers. Take out a few of those Marines. The Infestors, I think, are going to be the key here. Are there any ghosts? No, there's no ghosts. I think it's going to come down to the Fungals then. Dark clearing out that siege tank. GuMiho's forces. Oh, want to get caught with those tanks unsieged. Decent first Fungal. Most of the bio not wanting to commit over that bridge, though. I agree with the choice. Behind this, Hydras, Lurkers, Adaptive Talons, all those necessary hive choices. Another Fungal used. Dark just gonna surrender the watchtower, though. This really doesn't feel like enough Zerg. These Fungals have to be heavenly. And the Fungal, of course, a little bit of a change. Yes, the Infestor could cast it right away, but it does a little less damage now. Decent connection at the front line there. Ling's committing a little early. The Ravagers not quite able to reach the Liberators, having to step into that freedom zone. One of them's going to be picked off. The rest of the Terran army moving up. The Lurkers are burrowed behind the Ravager line. Scan goes out. Decent Fungal. Dark a little up against the ropes, though. I worry. Still could go either way. GuMiho walking into the Lurker line, though. Scan's a bit late on that. Gonna lose a lot of the bio. And without the bio, the siege tanks are a bit more vulnerable. Dark, though, forced back a bit. Blinding Cloud onto one of the tanks. Abduct, pulling it forward, but there's just not enough Zerg army right here, it feels. Reinforcing Hydra is going to help out with that, though, and start to force GuMiho away. It's looking good for the Zerg player. Hydralisks cleaning up the Liberator. The bio is forced back, and GuMiho has to give it up. Map number 1 goes to Dark. For map number 2, we find ourselves on Alcyone. The blue Terran here in the bottom left, falling victim, falling prey to some shenanigans. Can he bring it back? It is GuMiho. And the Zerg player spawning into the upper right tier, showing some strength and tenacity with that map number 1 win. It is Dark. Oh, really? GuMiho with the low ground wall play? Perhaps 2 racks? Quite possibly. Intriguing. Could be Reapers. Well, there's gas on the way. It's very likely going to be Reapers. We'll see how committed, though, this low ground barracks play. There's quite a bit of variance in it. Could be just 2 Reapers. Could be just 1, 3, 5, 30. Who knows? It really is up to the Terran. And it gives a little bit more breathing room. It puts a bit of pressure on the Zerg. You go up to 3, you go up to 5. You can even cancel that 3rd hatchery. Very nice play. Uh-oh. Dark may not be wanting to give GuMiho the opportunity, though. That's a very fast Roach Warren. Huh. So now how is this going to line up? The Roach Warren's going to complete around the time the Reapers should be getting here. If not even a little faster. My goodness. Alright. First Reaper pops out, and it's going to be met with not a 3rd hatchery, but perhaps a few roaches. Dark producing 3 now. 3 roaches on the way. Now, of course, just roaches. It's not any sort of roach speed play or quick lair. These are just plain, average sloaches. GuMiho is going to spot it, sees the Warren, going to not lose the Reaper, but getting close for sure. Park outside the natural. Bunker started right away. On that side of the wall, okay, that's fine. Roaches, of course, pop out. Now GuMiho taking a bit of health off these roaches on the way. The Reapers, of course, outranged them, so there is that micro potential to just barely bruise them, really. One of them about halfway injured, though. The bunker is going to complete in time. There's 4 Reapers here. Can GuMiho do it? The grenades, another nice play. Dark really turning the tables. GuMiho was the one wanting to get aggressive at the start. Now it's a Marauder with concussive shells as the response. Most impressive. The wall goes up. There is nobody here to repair. And especially not repair that Reaper. Dark, though, not wanting to commit. Okay. Not wanting to lose everything. Dark perhaps content with what was done. Concussive shells was researched. Multiple Marauders have been made. And it could have been GuMiho's plan from the start, of course. There's no guarantee. But the lack of the third hatchery now is a little perplexing. Oh, Dark tries to get that Evo chamber up. Link speed's almost done, which means these Reapers kind of on borrowed time. Gonna get another drone for their troubles, though. One of them getting a bit low will be picked off by the roaches. Link speed's about to finish up, which means this one. He's gonna live. Does not know how close he was to death, though. Dark continuing with this roach play. Lings now to reinforce, perhaps. Third hatchery's planted down. Alright. Thought we were just looking at a lightning fast map number 2 here. Marauders here to help out. Definitely will help out with the concussive shells, too. Roaches getting a little ahead of themselves. Where's the speedlings? The speedlings are all the way back here. This feels messy. This feels chaotic. I don't think either player wound up doing exactly what they wanted to do. I love the bunker out front. Usually you see people make a bunker, as part of the wall. No, my bunker defends my wall, damn it. Very good. Couple Ravagers. They might be able to help out. They're going to take a hit from the Marauder, though. And the concussive hit may slow them down. Yeah. Salvaging the bunker right away. GuMiho. Intriguing choice. Wanting to get everything behind the wall. Stim did finish up. Combat shields just started. That's a little ambitious of a choice. Stimming forward. GuMiho snipes off one of the Ravagers. The Ling's going to try and commit. Biles forcing that depot down. Multiple siege tanks are here and sieged up, though. Now the wall's the issue. GuMiho opting to make a wall out of my own soldiers, it seems. The Reaper, wrapping all the way around just to be a nuisance. Forced Dark's Lings back for a brief second, though. Dark, a little bit of a panic, I think. Saying, what? Something's in my base. Pull everything. And then you look and you say, oh, it was one Reaper. My bad. My bad, indeed. Really? Like that? That's how we're doing it. Okay. Well, GuMiho's destroying those rocks, hoping to make that path just a little bit easier. It is a wall. I cannot deny it is a wall. It's just... yeah. That pretty much sums it up. GuMiho's forces out on the map, Lings, angering the wrath of that siege tank. Yeah, you stutter step against those rocks, GuMiho. Almost at the Zergs base. Ravagers, pre-split, speedlings at the ready. Even a group from behind. Gonna pick off the siege tank in the back, it looks like. Dark gets both of the siege tanks and should force back the rest of the bio here. Medevacs are going to make it out though, which means most of the bio gets to go home. Repairs can be made. Healing can be done. At long last, a lair is on the way. Dark. Little behind on the workers, but trying. Oh, who am I kidding? They're both. This is a chaotic mess of a match. No, reinforcements from the Terran here. That medevac not repaired. The rock's going to be destroyed. GuMiho has to be saying, uh-oh, what's attacking those rocks? Siege tank was picked up in the medevac, perhaps just trying to hide it. Trying to fool Dark into thinking this group is weaker than it appears. Possibly. +1 for infantry attack finishing up now. Dark just now starting the +1 ranged attack though. GuMiho looking to be in a pretty solid position, up on workers, especially if you factor in mules, up on army supply. The 3rd CC landed and mining already. The siege tank wall here doing good work. Everybody's staring at the depot. So, wow, look at the paint job they did for that depot. The SCVs, people really don't appreciate them as much as they should, you know. They work hard. Think about all the blue paint they had to keep on hand for GuMiho's base here. Yeah, appreciate your workers. They will appreciate it, I'm sure, no doubt. Roach speed 1-1 on the way, about halfway done. GuMiho looks like he's itching for a fight though. Moving around out on the map. A single Zergling. No, not Tim, and no. Good. SCV is saved. A few medevacs dropping into the... Not dropping. It's just 3 queens. Yes, there's more queens, but the Terran's not supposed to know that. Instead, gonna try and push up the ramp here. A lot of Ravagers able to get some wombo combo biles, taking out 2 of the siege tanks there. But losing a lot in the process. It's just too much Terran. Dark taking a bit of damage. The forces in the main base as well catching it as GuMiho's pushing up the ramp here. The forces do eventually drop into the main base, and GuMiho is definitely gonna take that game. Oh, Dark's queens left as well. Yeah, as soon as that drop comes out, then Dark taps out. Excellent, well played by GuMiho, taking map number 2 with a good show. Onwards now to the finale. The grand finale will be played out on the map Site Delta. What is in store? It's anybody's match at this point. Both of them showing some strength. GuMiho opting for that low ground wall previously. Not going for it this time though. At least not right away, it looks like. Dark, likewise. Will it be another quick roach warrant? Will it be something else? Those are probably the only 2 options though. Kind of put myself in a corner for that one. The barracks will be on the high ground. I'm absolutely floored at the complete lack of cyclones for this match so far, GuMiho. Shame. How dare you? Check in with the Overlord action cam. How are you doing today? Feel free to insert your own favorite Overlord noises at this point. I don't think I want to do the imitation for you. Naturally will be planted. Gas. Pool to quickly follow. Things looking normal. Barracks will finish up. There gas? Yes, there is gas, so it should be. Normal Reaper. Opening. Reaper opening, yes. 1 Rax Reaper. We should see that quick base come down. What are you hoping for? Let me know in the comments below. What do you hope for? Who are you rooting for right now? Start of map number 3. You hoping for a quick win from the Roach player? Hoping for a quick Roach Warren? GuMiho? Likewise, Terran fans, you hoping to see something perhaps more wild, more aggressive? Would you like a mech game? Ooh, now that I mention it, I think I'd like to put my vote in for that. I'd like to see a mech match, a battle mech specifically. Hell clone. Factory on the way, the hope exists. Probably not. Reaper gonna get caught by these Zerglings, actually losing a fair amount of health right away. The drone's not even going to be threatened. And that third hatch is already down, already on the way. Oh, GuMiho, good lord, be careful with this. Only 10 health on that Reaper. Ling's attacking. The unbuildable rocks there. Queen will man the front door. And with that, I see third CC on the way for GuMiho. Quick third. Uh-oh, a textbook. Tried and true TVZ build here. The buildings will do their switcheroo, quite possibly for some Hellions. Reaper checking out the employee entrance in the middle of the map there. Will be double Hellion on the way for the Terran. Did you get a Marine? Yeah, safety Marine, who's currently looking around for overlords. Not gonna find that one though on top of the pillar. So dark. Now we watch. Yes, the rocks are the target. Okay. Third hatch is gonna complete. No signs of a quick Roach Warren. I think perhaps wanting to fall back to some reliable basics. We have the Reaper, we have the Hellions. Queens will meet them just off the edge of the creep. The Lings forced away from their target of choice. The rocks. Picking off those rocks early. The quick pull to Viking. I like it. I like to see it. Really? So is this Marauder Hellbat? There's no armory yet. The Viking's gonna pick off that Overlord though. And there's been no Marauders. No Marauders have been shown yet. So dark, a little bit in the dark about what's going on here. There's still no armory though, is there? There's the armory. I was like, the timing on this armory. Concussive's gonna complete. The Hellions, GuMiho's been very careful not to lose them. Taking a bit of damage though. Really don't want to lose any. Single Zergling gets into the base here. Was a Marauder spotted? Well, they're spotted now. Dark gets a Ling past, sees the Marauders. Armory's about halfway done. More on the way. Medevac's gonna carry some forces out, and GuMiho might just be looking for a quick kill here. This is 10 Hellions. More on the way too. 12 Hellions, multiple Marauders with Medevac support. The armory completes. Creep Tumor's gonna be picked off. Armory is done. Hellbats transforming. The Viking even helping out, picking off these Overlords. A potential supply block for Dark for just a few seconds here. The Hellbats, their job's to protect, their job's to occupy, threaten those Zerglings, prevent the surround, and things are looking fine so far for the Terran. There's a lot of queens though. 6 queens, multiple going down, high energy one is targeted. The Hellbat's doing well at holding the line. Reinforcements from the left side, even the drones evacuated very far away. The queens are cooked. The barbecue is done. There's no more queens. Roaches are on the way, but spawning right into this patch is less than safe for sure. The drones. No, don't fight Hellbats with drones. Okay, they do get one of them. Wow, that was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Well, the third hatch is destroyed. The drones should not go back to work at this time. Roaches need to pick off the remaining Hellbats. That grenade. Alright. It is cleaned up. The defense holds true. Losing 7 queens, though the queen count was reset. Roaches in production. Drone losses. Scary minimal. Wow. The hatchery was destroyed, though. That was, I think, a massively good trade for GuMiho. Roaches head across. With this third CC landed too, workers are even. Dark stepping a bit too far out of bounds here. These concussive marauders should be able to keep the roaches pinned down. There's only 1 marine on the board. GuMiho been pumping marauder production. Roach Ravager trying to maybe just threaten GuMiho, force out some army micro, maybe keeping GuMiho on GuMiho's side of the map. The boy's actually going to be pulled. Go for a surround on the roaches here. GuMiho does have some wiggle room in the worker count. Oh, beautiful morph micro by Dark. Buying just a few more seconds. Another shot or 2 on those Roach Ravager eggs. Is it a Roach egg or a Ravager egg? I suppose it would be a Ravager egg, because from the egg comes the Ravager. Cocoon. Oh gosh, don't even get me into that. Is it a cocoon or an egg debacle? Oh dear. Well, a few speedlings. Try and just go for a couple of SCVs. Gonna get 3 and get out relatively easy. Very nice. Dark needs about 15 more of those kinds of pickoffs to be looking in a better position. I definitely like GuMiho's spot here. Getting plenty of damage done with the attack, landing that third CC, 4th on the way now too. Is that 1-1? Yeah, 1-1's finishing up. Things looking good. How's the defense looking from Dark? The queen count back up to 7. 9 roaches, more speedlings on the way. The lack of hellbats, I feel, is a good thing for the speedlings. Ravagers filing down. Speedlings not picking off that tank. Roaches going to be forced back. This is a lot of marines, actually. And a supply block at a terrible time. Unnecessarily losing some of these Zerglings, too. Siege tank's going to set up over by the rocks. This is why Dark wanted those rocks gone 8.5 minutes ago. Biles go down. We'll pick off the siege tank, forcing the rest of the Terran away. There's a drop in the main base. 5 drones have been killed. The all-marauder main drop here. Combat shields finishes up, but it doesn't matter for this engagement. Marine's gonna load over behind the mineral line here. Ravagers should be able to clean that up. Not sure why they're trying to high-five the medevac. They're really all gonna be picked off. Dark losing those Ravagers. That's painful. And now GuMiho over on the other side of the map, dropping the main again. The Marauder drop being annoying. 10 drones have fallen. This hatchery is going to be surrendered. And I feel the Zerg's in a bit of hot water here. GuMiho continuing to be annoying with the Marauders. I love this. Just 4 Marauders being as rude as possible. Oh, the Queens will... Oh my word, the medevac. Really? Still? It's still working. 14, 15 drones have fallen. The medevac will eventually be picked off. A skirmish on the other side. The Roach is trying to hold the line, but this is just way too much bio. GuMiho has done it, I feel. Pushing closer to the third now. The siege tanks are set up. There's a severe lack of Ravagers, which makes for a lack of hope for winning the match. GuMiho takes it. Well done, well played. A very impressive, I would say, and hurtful Marauder Hellbat push, getting quite a bit of damage done. If you enjoyed, if you found this entertaining, be sure to let me know in the comments below, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.